If you saw my first mini build, which was the Vault 33 shelter from the Fallout TV series, then you know where this build is going. Short, simple, no pressure builds in between my full diorama builds. I have a peanut butter jar lid for a base, so I could paint and prime that, but what should I build on it? Well, I was feeling inspired by Japanese architecture and water. The lid will certainly hold epoxy for water, so that's easy. Then I saw some Japanese architecture and it hit me. Today's mini build is of a miniature torii, which is a traditional Japanese gate often found at the entrance to a shrine. This torii is based on the real one found at the Japan Pavilion at EPCOT in the Walt Disney World Resort. That EPCOT torii is based on the Itsukushima Shinto Shrine located in the Hiroshima Prefecture in the actual country of Japan. Then I remembered I'm married to him, that guy over on the TFP mini channel, who actually already 3D modeled this exact torii. So I took his 3D model, don't tell him, and printed out a smaller copy of it so it would fit on my diorama base. With the base exterior painted black and the interior a light blue color, I needed to remove the supports from the fresh torii print. I then realized the base wasn't blue enough, so I painted on a darker blue color. A little primer on the torii, and a little rotary tool action to grind off some support bumps I missed. And now we throw some red paint on this beauty. The roof ridge gets painted blue. The pillar caps get painted brown. And the rest of the roof in brown. The pillar bases are all crusty. Not sure if this was purposely placed stone that protected them from water or barnacles or something like that. But either way, I painted on some glue, then dipped them in my scale sand, which is tile grout. It's possible I stole that idea from him as well. Somehow, I never hit record when I did the epoxy pour, but visualize a few drops of dye going into a cup of epoxy, being stirred, then poured into the base. It was every bit as exciting as that. The torii wanted to float in the epoxy, so I taped it down to the tray. The next day it was ready. I added some water waves, which is a clear gel product you paint onto your water to add waves and ripples. Then a light dry brushing with the white acrylic paint to add a little sea foam. The black paint on the bottom of the base wasn't sticking in some areas, so I sanded the plastic a bit, then repainted. And that's it. I'm done, so let's check out the beauty shots. This was a super simple, super fun little diorama to build that will look great on my display shelf. Overall, I'm very happy with it, but there is always room for improvement. The tile grout sand I glued to the pillars should have been heavier and gone higher up on the pillars. Most of it was buried in the epoxy sea. At the same time, the epoxy lifted some of the tile grout off of the model, so now I know to clear coat the model before dunking it in the epoxy to avoid that problem next time. But that's the fun of all diorama making, learning how to get better and better with every diorama you make. I hope you enjoyed this, and I would very much appreciate a like if you enjoyed this, and considering subscribing for more fun diorama builds. Thanks for watching.